All right, so we're back for another video. This one is on finding those angle measurements. So for these ones, I'm going to probably help you identify the type of angle and help you set up the equation for this video, but not go through the whole entire answer there. So in this first set, which talks about units 3, 4, and 5, where we talked about parallel lines cut by a transversal, and then just different types of angle relationships. So the first question here says, which angle corresponds to 8? So if you think about the word corresponds is like when you put an outfit together, you want it to correspond or match. So if I look at, here's angle 8, and these 4 angles kind of group together, what corresponds or matches in these 4 angles here? So 8 would correspond to 6. Vertical angles, vertical are like across from each other. So if I start with 2, it's like the reflection, 2 mirrors over to 8. So 2 and 8 are considered vertical angles. And then alternate interior angles, obviously interior are the inside angles, and then alternate is opposite lines and opposite sides of the transversal. So if I find angle 3, which let me switch colors here. Here's angle 3. If I was to take this guy and rotate it, 3 would match up with 7, making them alternate interior angles. And then I'll leave it to you to figure out what angle 1 and angle 3 are. This next set that continues, finishes on this page and onto the next page, you first have to identify the angle relationship, and then from there you can set up the equation. So for letter A here, if I look at these 2 angles, AEC, this angle right here, and DEB, this angle here, those are considered vertical angles. And a vertical angles, like we talked about up here with 2 and 8, vertical angles are like a reflection, a mirrored image. You're going to start by saying 3x plus 11 is the same as x plus 29. So to finish this question, now that we've set it up, you're going to solve the equation and find the value of x so you can find the measure of each of those 4 angles. So I'll leave that part to you guys. On the next page, letter B, I just have to realize, and this is the next 2 are digging back to your 7th grade skills here. This square here means that I have a 90-degree angle. So angle x plus 79 altogether makes 90. So you just have to solve that for x, and then you already know one of those 2 angles. In C, you have more info than you really need. On this line right here, you have angle MNJ, this one, and then you also have angle JNL, this angle right here. So I know that these 2 together are sitting on a nice straight line. So I would set up an equation that says B minus 11, that one angle, plus the other angle, B plus 73, equals a supplementary angle, which is 180 degrees. So again, solve that equation, find the value of B, so you can plug it in to find the angles. And then letter D here. Let's see if I can move this up. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, so that should be fixed now. So now we're looking at letter D. Oh, just opened up a whole bunch of things there. Hold on. All right, so for letter D, this time our picture, this is 2 parallel lines again, cut by the transversal. So you have to figure out the relationship between this 7x minus 51 and this x plus 21. So I've automatically recognized their inside angles. They're on opposite parallel lines and alternate sides of this transversal. So those are considered alternate interior angles. And we know that alternate interior angles are created with a rotation, which means that they are the same, they are equivalent to each other. So I would start by saying 7x minus 51 is going to equal x plus 21. So if you go through and solve that equation, you'll have your value of x, and then you can go plug it in to find these 2 angles and all the other angles in that one. Hope that helped, and again, remember to send me some emails if you need some more help with other ones that I haven't posted yet.